ARS really started as another company about 8 or 9 years ago. On this very ranch that we're at is where I did all the testing and tried to put together the first ideas. The first one was built in my garage, and I had welders in there and spray cans, paint and stuff, and that's where it was all the testing was done right behind you. It is a lot of fun to shoot, but it is life and death. I can't have one of the things get loose, so we started ARS so we could do it right. They're absolutely perfect right now. What I say they can stop, they can stop. There's no failures. There's no, well, if you do this or if you do that, you can't. No, shoot. If you hit it, it stops it. Pretty much the end of the story. Plain and simple, I'm a gun guy. I started when I was 7. I remember it when I was 7. I saw a Sports Field magazine with a Marco Polo sheep on it. And from that day on, that was me. That's what defined my life. I started out with BB guns and wrist rockets and slingshots, went up to 22s. And right now, it'd be hard-pressed for you to find a weapon I haven't fired or hunted with. It's just a passion of mine, and it kind of just defines who I am. You're going to hear the word safety out of me until it's coming out of my ears, but there's a reason for it. When people shoot guns, that's what they want. They want safety, and they're not going to buy a thing from me unless they feel safe. Our whole product was designed so you send a bullet, it hits the bullet trap, it's encapsulated in the bullet trap. It's not coming back. It's not going to pollute the ground, and you're going to have something that you can afford. You put a bullet trap, one of our ARS Systems bullet traps, any place that you own, and it is now a safe range. If it's in your home, your backyard, or on your big ranch near the mountains, if a bullet goes in it, the bullet stays in it. Nowadays, gun guys just can't be concerned about guns. We have to be concerned about pollution, the environment, and what's happening around us, safety and pollution-wise. In our bullet traps, we decided to change the way you catch a bullet. Instead of hitting a deflective plate, having the bullet explode and be caught in the trap, our bullets are just slowed down. It's called inelastic collision, and it's a way of just slowing the bullet down after it gets into our unit. Because we're just slowing it down, the bullets are whole. There's no lead, there's no dust, there's no fragmentation in our product. So when you do maintenance on it or when you shoot into it, you're not talking about a lead pollution problem. So you look at it and you ask, does the direction or the design of this mean a whole lot in stopping bullets? And it really does. Our boxes are designed for a certain depth, so there's a certain amount of medium that bullet has to go through. The legs are designed on 3-point system, so if you put it outside, it balances itself easily each way. The outside is powder coated inside and out. It has drains inside and out, so if you put it outside and it gets caught in the rain, it's perfectly fine to go any place you want to put it. It's designed to take a kicking that you can't believe, and it's rated way higher than anything you're ever going to shoot at it. You're not just barely stopping these bullets. We've got a safety margin, factored right into this. When you look at this steel box and you see a lot of angles, you see a lot of different colors, and you see welds, we take this really serious. Our welds are complete welds, they're not spot welds. When we put a ballistic edge on it, it's called a hatchet edge all around the collar, that's ground down. We're not just welding that off and polishing it up. It's actually put to a grinder, so we're not stressing out that steel. When we put our legs on the box, those legs are welded to the box. They're not just bolted on, because these legs are completely the part of the system. On the bottom part of the legs, there's flat plates. So if you stick it outside and there's dirt or mud, it's not going to sink, on you once it goes through it. All of our armor plate that we weld has to be preheated before it can be welded. So we get the same integrity of that. So even at the weld, our piece has AR500 strength on this. So there has been no shortcuts as far as the welding part. On some of our units, we've got over a week's worth of welding just to produce one item. I told you before, one of our Warrior systems would stop anything you could shoot, from a 22 up to all dangerous game rifles. Well, then we had customers that didn't want all that protection. They said that they either shot just pistols or they just shot 22s. And really, there was really no need to spend the extra money for all that extra protection. So we do have a Ranger unit that is made for just 22s. We did come up with one that's just meant for pistols, all type of pistols. We came in one that was for mobile systems where people wanted to practice sniper situations. So we've got one that attaches to your ATV and you can bring it all, pretty much any place you want to bring. We've got them for rifle testing, got them that'll stop cannons, and we just came up with one that one of the new trends right now is tungsten armor piercing rounds, and we can stop tungsten now. So we figured out if you have a problem, we just wanted to have a model that would stop it, and I think we got you covered.